We are almost done with our preparations to activate the foul mechanism.
Almost?
Yes. Even in its dormant state, the device is releasing energies. I am concerned we may not be able to stabilize the device for activation safely.
I have notified the Inquisition of our progress as you requested, Master.
I'm worried for the girl, Gregor. She may be a looker, but she's no Vibin.
Activate the casket. Gregor, the power source.
Pontius glory.
What have you woken me to?
What is the last thing you remember, Lord?
Promises. Promises. Where is Urizel?
Temper. I am Eisenhorn, Imperial Inquisitor. You are my prisoner, and you only enjoy cognitive function because I allow it. You will answer my questions.
I will not.
Amos, disconnect this menace and prepare it for disintegration.
Wait.
I know that your life and intellect were preserved in this device, Pontius. I know you have waited 2 centuries, trapped in a bodiless state, desperate to be made whole again. That is what your family promised you, wasn't it?
Urizel promised. He said it to be so. The methods were prepared.
To sacrifice the nobility of hubris so that their life energies might be siphoned off into you through this castle. To give you the power to create a body yourself.
He promised.
Urizel and the others abandoned you, Pontius. They abandoned the hubris project at the last minute in favor of something else. They are now all in the custody of the Inquisition.
They would not.
I'm sure they wouldn't. Unless it was something so vital, so unmissable they had no choice. You'd know what that would be, wouldn't you? What would be more important to them than you, Pontius glory?
are not called.
What? Who are not?
I can, if you had them, you would not be asking these questions. They are free and you more honest.
Not at all. You know how it is. So many lies, so many conflicting stories. Your pitiful family trying to sell each other out in exchange for freedom. I came to you for the truth.
No. Credible, but no.
You know what it is, Pontius.
No.
You know what it is. They woke you from time to time to keep you informed. Woke you from the oblivion that surrounds you in that globe. Beneath House Glor, for example, in that chapel they built to contain you. I saw you there. You subdued me with your power.
I would do so again.
You know what it is. They told you.
No.
You're lying.
Not much use then.
We're just beginning.
Perhaps I should try.
How? Exactly.
I've scoured every data slate we have and found almost nothing on the Saruthi. Most perturbatory. It might be worth speaking to Maxilla again, hmm?
She might not have the beauty of the Essene, but after 12 weeks of work, the gun cutter is almost ready for action again, Gregor.
Tobias,
Yes, Gregor.
tell me about the Saruthi. Tell me why you claimed to know nothing of them when I told you we were heading into their territory.
Because such places are forbidden. Because you are an Inquisitor. And it does not do to admit transgressions to one such as you.
You have aided me eagerly and generously up to now, Tobias. I suspected your motives at first, a detail for which I have apologized. I see now you are as keen to serve the Emperor of Mankind as I. It troubles me that you would withhold information now.
It does more than trouble me, Gregor. It has plagued me. A crisis of conscience.
It is time to speak, then. Imperial knowledge of the Saruthi is scant, and as you say, forbidden. I am more than aware that rogue traders know a great deal more about the outside systems and their species than we do. You are no rogue, but you are of the merchant elite. I think it unlikely that you have never come across any information pertaining to this Xenos breed.
As a young man, over 90 years ago, I traveled into Saruthi space. I was a junior crewman aboard a rogue trader called the Promethean. I never left the bows of the ship, or went to the surface of any worlds. All I knew was the miserable duration of the voyage. As I understand it, it took the senior officers a long time to find the Saruthi at all, and even then they were less than forthcoming. The third officer, a man I knew reasonably well, confided to me that the Saruthi played tricks on trade envoys, hid from them, tormented them.
Tormented how?
Their worlds were eerie, disarming, uncomfortable. Something about the angles, the officer said.
The angles?
As if something ill and twisted had infected their dimensions. We came back empty-handed after a year. Many of the crew quit and left the Promethean on our return, especially when the captain declared he was going to try again. I quit then too, but only because I couldn't face another year below decks. Perhaps you can see why I was unwilling to tell you these things before. Because there is nothing useful to tell, except to incriminate myself by admitting I'd gone beyond.
In future, do not hold information back from me.
I will not.
Tobias, you say the voyage of the Promethean was long and fruitless, and the crew members were tormented by the beings they eventually encountered. Do you not have misgivings about returning there?
Of course. But I am bound to serve you as an agent of the Emperor, and I will do so without question. Besides, part of me is curious.
Curious?
I want to see the Saruthi with my own eyes.
I tell you much, you tell me little. That was not the deal, Pontius. How can I communicate your will to your allies if I know nothing of the true matter?
You should go before they discover you. Eisenhorn is becoming suspicious.
Tell me, Pontius. We're nearly there. The window for communicating with your allies is closing.
The Necrotooth. That is what we are after, Elizabeth. The Necrotooth.
The Necrotooth. I had wondered what could be so precious, so important as to galvanize our enemies so, make them risk so much. I had my answer. Legend said the last extant copy of that abominable work had been destroyed millennia before. Except that by some means, in antique ages past, a copy had come into the hands of the Saruthi race, and now they were preparing to trade it back to Glor's Imperial heretics. The Essene burst back into real space, deep within system KCX-1288 on the 31st week of the voyage. The local star was a vast, swollen fireball, pulsing and retching out its last few million years of life. Alarms and sirens shrilled as the Essene was battered by immeasurable radiation and waves of searing star debris. The whole system was in a state of collapse.
This sea is made of liquid ammonia.
What?
The waves are moving out from the shore.
It was chilling. So simple. So wrong. My confidence with it. The structure was similar to those that formed the pathway that had led the Essene to this accursed planet. Presumably this one served the same purpose.
Transmissions. I can't tune them in, but they're chatter, military, back and forth. Would the Navy be executing Gudrunite guardsmen out here? Had the oddness of this place undone their very minds? Regardless of the story seems to
Look. How did we not see them when we passed?
I don't know, Midas. I'm not sure of anything anymore.
I heard something. An intruder! Get out of here. Stop playing games.
Target reached. No sign of the deserter.
Intruder?
Roger that. We'll wait for main group.
An intruder!
Hey, you! Stop!
Inquisitor Eisenhorn. And you are?
Sergeant Neil Juris, 2nd Battalion, 50th Gudrunite Rifles. Sir, is the fleet here? Have they found us?
Appraise me, quickly and briefly.
We were mustered to the frigate Exalted, waiting to ship out. When we ran from Gudrun High Anchor, then Captain Eastrom told us all Gudrun had fallen and we were relocating.
And then?
30 weeks in transit to get here. The moment we arrived, we knew something was wrong. We protested, demanding to know what was happening. They called it dereliction and sent dozens to the firing squads. We were given a chance to follow orders or die.
Not much of a chance.
No, sir. That's why I tried to get the men out. We broke and ran. Once we got in there, once they were busy, they came after us to hunt us down.
Tell me what you saw.
They deployed us from the ships along this beach as an escort detail for the main party.
What of the cargo?
The cargo? Nothing. In the main party was the captain, Lord Glor of Gudrun, a merchant, an ecclesiarch, and a great and terrible warrior that they tried to keep away from us regular troops.
Then what?
We advanced. It seemed to me that they knew where they were going. Things changed as we went further in. It got darker and warmer, and it was hard to negotiate the way as if...
As if what?
We couldn't judge distances. Sometimes it was like wading through hot wax. Sometimes we could barely slow ourselves down. Some of the men panicked. We found polygons, like these on the beach. There were rows of them, aisles marching away into the uplands. They were so irregular they disturbed the mind. They seemed to vary, to change. The ecclesiarch and the merchant seemed to be leading us. And there was another man, a tech priest type.
Slim build, blue eyes.
Yes.
His name is Malahite. He played a part in choosing your path?
Yes. They deferred to him on several occasions. Finally, we came to a plateau which seemed to be artificial in nature. We waited what seemed like hours, but it was impossible to tell because our chronometers had all stopped. Then there was some kind of dispute. Lord Glor was arguing with some of the others. I saw this as a chance. I got the men ready, nearly 90 of us, ready and eager to trust to chance and flee. All eyes were on the shouting match. The big warrior. God Emperor save me. He was shouting by then. I think the sound of his voice was what decided us. We slipped away in 2s and 3s from the back of the ranks, down the sides of the plateau, and ran back the way we'd come.
And they discovered your escape?
Eventually. And came hunting for us. The rest, you know.